Hello, I'm Brian Fox. Welcome to my channel, I Hate Rock Music. And I'm doing another video in my series of great rock bands from Seattle that you probably never heard of. And this one is a band called Moving Parts. And they moved from out of state into Seattle in 1979 and became quite a fixture on the local scene. And the band was Jim Irwin and James Irwin, both on guitars and vocals. Alex Pettit was their original bass player, and then Don Lang became their second bass player, and Jeff Humphrey on drums. And in the period of when they appeared in 1979, 1980, 1981, there obviously was a lot of punk rock going on in Seattle, and the Moving Parts came in as a breath of fresh air. Just a classic rock band with two guitars, great twin guitar work, and Jim Irwin's distinct plaintive vocals, and great writing. And so they had everything going for them. As I mentioned, the twin guitar work, a great rhythm section, and Jim Irwin and his beautiful writing and his beautiful vocals. And anybody that saw them live back then definitely remembers them quite well. And they had quite a presence in Seattle, even within the middle of the punk scene. They released their own single in 1979, "Wires" and "Window on the Moon," and I'll put those below. Just excellent. Everything I described about the band is in full evidence on that single. And I also have an early live show that I'll post below that gives you a lot more of their material and just shows how great all their material was and just what a great live band they were. And like I say, the twin guitar work kind of reminds me of Television. And in fact, they were uh, approaching labels to be signed at the point and definitely had everything going for them, the quality. But the labels complained about Jim Irwin's vocals, which is really hilarious when you consider all the idiosyncratic vocals of so many bands of that era, why they would single him out as not being marketable. His vocals are wonderful, and his emotional vulnerability that he attaches to everything is part of their magic. And they kind of evolved into more of a dance band and added keyboards and put out another 12-inch and continue to be a fixture on the scene. I'm not going to really cover that period. I still love Jim Irwin. I still love Moving Parts, but that transition really obscured for me just how great that original band was. And there was a couple of reunions over the years. I'll post a live reunion video that shows that everything was still intact within the band. They were still wonderful. And they eventually evolved into a band called Empire of Sheep, and it's Empire of Sleep, sorry. And definitely carrying on the tradition of the original Moving Parts, and also a great band. I'll probably end up doing a separate video on that and the work of Jim Irwin. But he really is an exceptional writer and a wonderful emotive singer. And there's a lot of bands, a lot of frontmen out there you could probably say were great writers and great singers, but Jim Irwin was definitely very singular, and I have a very soft place in my heart for the music of Moving Parts and Jim Irwin's songs and his singing. And so if you like that 80s era, and if you like Television or you like REM or bands like that, it's kind of in that vicinity, but they definitely have their own identity, and that's one of the other things that made them such a special band, that using the same old format, they managed to create something unique and something special and something wonderful with all the boxes being checked. And so, as usual, I'll put the links below. You can check them out and see what you think. But as I said, if you respond to that kind of music in that vicinity and you haven't heard Moving Parts, you're in for a real treat. And so there you have it. Moving Parts, another great Seattle band you've probably never heard of. I'm Brian Fox. Thanks for watching I Hate Rock Music.